My wife was watching it. I had a freshly shaved dome last week. She said, you know, when you've just shaved your head, you're hairless, your eyebrows really pop.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
I'm Matt Ward, this is Ben Michaels, and so we checked in last week, gave the intro of what we're planning on doing, sort of going head to head, not really trying to knock each other out, but trying to push each other to new heights of our fitness. We're actually kind of in the middle of a workout here. Ben's got to go to work. I've still got deadlifts to do. But we wanted to break and check in and talk about what's happened so far. So we have gone to 5 Star Nutrition. They hooked us up with this sweet shirt and a free shaker bottle for each one of us, which was really awesome of them. We're thankful. They did an in-body analysis on us where we stood on a scale and weighed in, and they gave us a lot of detailed information.
What we'll be calling on is good old-fashioned blunt force trauma, horsepower.
One of my successes this week was I decided to run a fast mile just to see what I could run a mile in. And I've never done it. So as far as pushing myself, I've been running 3 miles as my cardio 3 times a week. And so with it, I just paced myself. And so I decided to try to see how fast I could do a mile. And so I was pacing myself, afraid to push too hard, but then really pushed it on the last lap. I ran on a quarter-mile track, and I ended up running a 7:05.
For a guy Ben's size to be running that fast, that is smoking.
But honestly, I feel like I could have done a little better. So it was a success, but I also want to try it again next week just to see if I can beat it. But what about you, Matt?
My main successes have been in the weight room on squats. I've done a lot of squats this week, gone up just crazy on back squats, and had a personal best of a 255-pound front squat for 1 rep, and that felt really good. Went up by a lot on deadlifts as well, so that was a huge, just a boost for me. You know, coming in and 6 months ago, I felt very uncomfortable doing deadlifts. I felt a little bit squeamish doing squats, and now they're becoming a strong point for me. So that's been a big success.
And a struggle for me this week was that even though I was spot on nutrition and I was trending downward, like the weight was going down, and all of a sudden this morning I wake up, weigh, and I'm 2 pounds heavier, and I have no idea why. And I know in my head, I know it's probably sodium or too much carbs or something like that, making you retain water. But it's really hard to convince yourself that you didn't just gain 2 pounds of fat, even though I know it's not true.
For me, the struggles, I'll give 2. One, just in here recently doing bench press. I've had a great week strength-wise on squats, on deadlifts. But when it comes to bench, I've not seen it move up. I've actually got a little bit of a deficiency in it, so I'm going to have to work on that. That's a struggle. It's a frustration. The other struggle I've had this week is that I've increased, based off the advice I got from 5 Star Nutrition's in-body analysis. I've increased my daily calories by like 1,000 calories. Now I'm hitting 2,800 to 3,000 calories a day, and it just feels like a lot of food. So I'm just kind of have this constant wrestling match. There's this constant tension of I need to eat more, but I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel like I'm making a mistake.
And that does make a lot of sense. Like I'm doing the same thing where just to retain the muscle mass I've worked hard to get, they say you're not supposed to lose a lot at once, and so you're supposed to trust it. But during the contest, I think we were both dropping. I was dropping like 3 pounds a week.
Oh yeah.
And so I don't. Yeah, that's not happening now. It's like one to 2 pounds maybe. And so I'm happy with that right now. And so it just feels like I'm overeating.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
This last week we went to 5 Star, got our in-body analysis, and I went home and I've got this giant jug of protein on my counter. I checked the date and it's like 6 months out of date. So that lets you know how much protein I've been taking recently. And so the next day I drove back to 5 Star Nutrition and got their advice and bought this product. And in my mind, I bought vanilla protein and brought it home. The next morning, brewed some coffee, blended in a scoop of protein, blended it all up, thought it'd be a nice, Starbucks smoothie kind of thing, and started drinking. I thought, man, this is sweet or weird, or I'm not sure what this is. I drank it all anyway, thought, did my thing. For the next 2 days, brewed my coffee, put in my protein, blended it up, and thought, this just, I don't know, this tastes odd. Turned out I had bought banana protein, which probably I was thinking milkshakes at the time. Got it home and just, that tells you where my mind's at sometimes, a scrambled brain. And so I've been drinking banana coffee recently. I've actually kind of got a taste for it now, so I'll probably keep drinking banana coffee.
Maybe you should propose it to Starbucks. The
You know,
new drink,
that's
banana coffee.
the next big thing, banana coffee.
You better copyright
Wait
it.
for it. Copyright. Hashtag copyright.
On a more serious note, I actually found out today that a guy that I consider a gym buddy, like I didn't know him outside the gym, but I literally spoke to him every day at the gym. He was in here religiously, and all of a sudden he just disappeared. A young guy, he had conquered cancer, and he was in here getting stronger, getting healthy. Turns out he passed away, and he had been kayaking and drowned, and so that just, his name was Chris, really super good guy, and so he will be missed. It just makes me realize just, how fragile life is. Like, you were never promised another day. So, I mean, you better get done what you can today, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. So, hey, stay motivated.